My father used to hit us like crazy. He would lunge at me first with a strap, thinking I had done something. They were both extremely temperamental. My mother would have a whole series of how evil we the children had been. And we'd all get beaten either then, Saturday night, or Sunday morning before church. His mother had died when he was 12. And my mother was this adopted child, blind, living across the way. They had a hard time as a young couple. It was a very Roman Catholic village. You know, you don't do birth control. And they had a tryst, and I came. And then I have a brother who was about 10 months later. And everybody knew. The village made it so that my mother could not marry in white. She had to wear a blue suit. And so they moved away from the village. They were constantly arguing. Discipline. Yes. Strict. I mean, I think my mother resented that game. I remember once being put out on the porch with my brother in the rain, stark naked. I don't know what we had said or done, but she said something to the effect, well, you can go back to where you came. From nothing in the garden of good and evil. Sometimes I pull out of relationships myself, sort of like withdrawing and not, whatever the reasons are. Maybe it's the whole cycle repeating itself. When my father died, he could not forgive himself. Towards the end, he knew that he knew how he had been, and he just wouldn't forgive himself. Let it go. We had let it go. He wouldn't. He said, I can't do that. Now I'm 63. And, well, the more I let go, trying to manipulate everything, the easier it's becoming. I don't know. When we buried my brother, there was a reception at the church, and then we went home to the house on the lake, and people were mulling about, but my mother just was sitting, not knowing what. And by now she's tiny, little, you know, and going deaf, and without thinking, I just picked her up physically and just rocked her. Sat down in the only rocking chair there and started rocking. And I mean, she said, "Oh, I love being rocked." And then she just cuddled in just like a child. I mean, just like a baby child. And I just kept on rocking. I love being rocked, and I haven't been rocked like this since father. And she loved this man, and he died when she was young. All of a sudden, I realized I was rocking a little girl that had not been rocked for 70 years. You know? It's true. Whatever else, there was somebody who had not had that. I don't know. I'm glad it happened very much. I think we're all basically in the same spot. Women, most guys do. We just all want that hug that will somehow make it perfect. Light as a feather. She was light as a feather.